Good afternoon, everyone. Did you know that 1 out of 8 Americans still lack access to internet at home? I mean, think about the impact of that. It's not around social media necessarily, but having access to telemedicine, working from home, and so on. We at Amazon have a set of values that we follow. We call them leadership principles. One of them is scale and success bring broad responsibility. This principle is really going to be the theme of the story today, around social contribution. And I'm really pleased to introduce Tony Stout, CTO of CDG, which exemplifies this value. So Tony, without any further ado.
Thank you, Frank. Appreciate that. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to tell you a digital transformation story about how a 55-year-old Midwestern company is transitioning from a legacy scenario to an innovative disruptor, and how we're partnering with our clients to help close the digital divide in rural America. So as Frank mentioned, I am Tony Stout. I am the CTO for CDG, and CDG is an ISV that builds billing, subscriber management, and operational support systems for the telecommunications industry. We are headquartered in Champaign, Illinois, and our clients include small independent service providers that serve small town rural America and smaller suburban markets. We also provide carrier billing services to the largest service providers in America. So we have experience working with clients with a few thousand subscribers up to clients with many millions of subscribers. And first out, I want to point out one of the key challenges facing our industry and really our country, and Frank mentioned it earlier. There are 25 to 40 million Americans that lack access to fixed broadband. And we know these underserved communities are falling behind both educationally and economically, and they deserve access to fast and reliable broadband. Well, our clients are building fiber and fixed wireless networks to these underserved communities, and CDG is supporting our clients by delivering industry-leading solutions that include subscriber acquisition, customer management and workforce management, billing, ticketing, and many other services that form the back office system that these companies need to run their business. We're also adding generative AI capabilities to help transform these often smaller clients so they can compete with their larger competitors. 3.5 years ago, CDG was also facing some major challenges. Our applications were running in legacy data centers on legacy infrastructure, and we wanted to modernize, scale, and transform our organization so we could be an innovation leader and move up market and sign larger clients, and also obviously grow revenues. We also needed to modernize our tech stack, and that included eliminating technical debt, training our employees, and changing our culture to be more agile and experimental. We also needed to plan for the future and build a next-generation cloud-native, AI-native platform that could serve our clients for the next 15 to 20 years. And we were faced with the question, how do we do this in a reasonable time frame and at a reasonable cost? So what did we do? Well, we partnered with AWS, and we leaned into this partnership and leveraged a lot of their services. We leveraged the partner network to help us with things like architecture and implementation. We didn't have that expertise on staff. We also leveraged map funding to help accelerate our cloud adoption. Is anyone using map funding at all in the audience? We're addicted to map funding at CDG. And we also utilized the enterprise support and incident detection and response teams to help our teams provide support for our production workloads as they improve their expertise via the AWS training and certification programs. We also worked with the AWS Telecom teams to learn more about emerging projects across the globe. And we leveraged the culture of innovation workshops, which really educated and challenged our teams to think differently about the way we build and design software, to become more agile, fail fast, and most importantly, to become customer obsessed. And most recently, we have leveraged AWS Bedrock to be the foundation of our GenAI strategy. And this has allowed us to become an innovative leader in AI innovation. We launched an Agentic AI solution earlier this year built on Claude v4, And now we're working on agent-to-agent collaboration within our platform, and next year we'll be building A2A integrations with third-party partners. As I'm sure you all will agree, we're just scratching the surface on use cases and problems that we can solve with AI technologies. And CDG's plan is to build a network of agents with orchestration capabilities that will allow us to build virtual employees that can assist their human counterparts and eventually complete many mundane tasks autonomously, allowing employees to focus on higher value tasks. Over the last 3.5 years, we've made significant progress migrating our applications into AWS and moving our clients there as well. And we are well on our way to building this next generation platform that we call CDG Elements. We began our environment design and implementation in late 2022 and started client migrations in 2024. In Q1 of this year, we've completed the migration of our OSS BSS application and all of the clients using that application. We also launched our Elements platform this year, and over the next 2 to 3 years, we'll continue to enhance that next-gen platform. Next year, we're going to be migrating an application, a carrier billing application. It actually runs on a mainframe. We're going to be moving that into AWS and moving those clients into the cloud over the next few years. And by 2028, we anticipate fully decommissioning our data centers. So what are the results of all these activities? Well, in a word, growth. We have doubled sales year over year for the last 3 years and grown top-line revenue by up to 58%. And our newer clients are 5 to 10 times larger than our previous clients. By leveraging the scalability of AWS, we're able to attract larger clients. And by leveraging the multi-region capabilities of AWS, we can provide high availability as our clients run 24/7 operations. From an innovation standpoint, we're also leading our industry in cloud and AI adoption. And we are delivering industry-leading AI solutions to our clients. A few examples include launching our first AI chatbot, as I mentioned earlier. And these virtual agents are persona-based and trained with highly customized content, allowing them to become a subject matter expert in a particular area of our client's organization. We're also now leveraging AWS Connect to add voice capability to these virtual agents to support outbound calling, for payment reminders, and scheduling reminders. And in 2026, we will be evaluating Novasonic as our voice bot solution to support interactive two-way voice conversations. We're also leveraging the new Agentcore platform for building an onboarding virtual agent. It takes us about 12 months to onboard a new client at CDG. It's very labor intensive, and our goal is to reduce that by as much as 50%. So we're leveraging this virtual assistant to help our clients self-onboard onto our platform by providing helpful information about the process, links to interactive training videos, and other services to help our clients work through the onboarding process. And once the client's satisfied with the configuration, these virtual agents can even configure our application for the client, with the ultimate goal of radically streamlining the process. I'm going to, apologize, excuse me. Another initiative we're working on is AI Ops. Working with our network equipment vendors, we're able to leverage real-time telemetry data from the network to identify trends and anomalies that might be occurring that could lead to service disruptions for their subscribers. Our goal is to surface these issues via automated tickets so our clients can get out in front of these network issues and resolve them before their clients are impacted. Our eventual goal is to send these tickets to virtual agents that can triage and troubleshoot these issues and resolve them before escalating to a human. And another area we're expanding is in our data lakehouse and business intelligence solution. We launched with AWS QuickSight this year, and next year we'll be adding QuickSight Q to support natural language processes with automated report generation. I have a brief demo I want to share with you that shows some of these tools in action.
The subscriber logs into CDG Subscriber Connect. The CSR agent receives a notification in the chat queue. The AI chatbot understands the subscriber's sentiment and suggests appropriate replies to the CSR agent. The CDG QAAgent delivers complete end-to-end test management. The agent performs the following tasks: analyzes requirements, generates test cases, loads these test cases in browser stack, initiates automated QA and captures results, creates Jira tickets for any defect, and reports them in browser stack. The AI agent LLM utilizes the CDG MCP Server tool to retrieve serviceable products through the Forum API.
So those are the few of the tools that we've been building over the last year, leveraging AWS services. And I want to talk a bit now about some of the results of these initiatives. So one of our clients in Indiana had the objective of doubling the number of installations that they could schedule in a given month, but they didn't want to add additional scheduling agents. So they leveraged our automated scheduling processes, and they were able to double and eventually increase scheduling by 400% without adding additional employees. And in many cases, the subscriber is scheduling the orders themselves as part of the buy flow process of purchasing the broadband service. And also we launched an AI route optimization solution as part of the AWS partner network that evaluates our clients' daily jobs. It looks at the calendar, it sees the jobs that are on a schedule for the day, it knows that each job has a specified start time, and it knows the starting location of every technician. So it schedules the jobs and assigns them to the various technicians to optimize the routes and the fuel consumption of each technician, and in many cases driving efficiency, 25 to 40% savings in fuel consumption and drive time. And this is allowing our clients to add more jobs onto the daily calendar without adding additional resources. Our new AI chatbot, as I mentioned earlier, based on Claude V4, is providing 24/7 by 365 customer support, which will reduce call center volume and allow our clients to focus their call center resources on higher value tasks like outbound selling and selling faster broadband packages. We're also leveraging these AI agents to assist our call center, or the commercial sales teams of our clients in building bill of materials for commercial sales proposals, as well as performing troubleshooting steps for Tier 1 support agents with recommended next actions based on historical trends. We can also transcribe call center recordings, rate call center agents, and perform sentiment analysis on the conversations. And additionally, our open architecture allows us to create real-time integrations with the network equipment vendors so we can automate provisioning. And that allows our clients to provision new clients without manual provisioning and swivel chair between multiple systems. So as we think about 2026, it's right around the corner. What are some of the new initiatives on our roadmap? Well, as you saw in the demo, we're going to be launching a QA virtual agent that can perform code reviews and run automated test scenarios against our source code. We also intend to improve our onboarding virtual agent as we look to further drive down onboarding times and efficiency. And we will be implementing a network of agent solution next year with a number of POCs planned for agent-to-agent integration with third-party partners. Regarding customer impact, our solutions are really starting to impact our clients. Our top 10 clients, as a matter of fact, are adding tens of thousands of subscribers every month, which is pretty impressive considering these are rural markets, and they are in many cases competitive markets where they're competing against much larger competitors. And this growth is allowing them to focus their energy on expanding their network, which is helping to close that digital divide we talked about before. We're also expanding our new Elements platform next year to include a new visual workflow builder, We're launching a new point of sale solution and a new platform automation designer that allows our clients to create automated actions based on certain conditions. Additionally, we're starting to integrate AWS Kiro into our development teams to further accelerate our developers' efficiency and reduce time to market for new features. So as you can see, we've been very busy over the last couple of years, and we've learned a lot. We've had a lot of success, but we've also made a lot of mistakes, and I'd like to share some of those with you. So as you're thinking about a large digital transformation, I would recommend you plan strategically and start with clear business objectives. You know, at the end of the day, we're trying to solve business problems. It's easy to get lost in the technology, but if you can take a large complex project and break it down into small phases, it really helps with better control and better reduce risk. Also, leverage partnerships. The AWS Partner Network is full of partners that can help with just about anything you might need, whether it's architecture, cost optimization, security, and that really helps accelerate success. And don't forget about the enterprise support team too. That really helped our team provide almost immediate support on our production workloads. At CDG, we're trying to foster a culture of innovation. We're an older company. Our employees weren't necessarily on board day one, but they're starting to adopt new technologies and embrace some of the changes that we're pushing and driving, including building and executing a solid plan around generative AI. You know, I believe the successful companies of the next 2 to 3 years will be those companies that have a solid plan and they execute well on GenAI, and that really will drive a competitive advantage. And then lastly, focus on impact. You know, start with a clear problem definition, measure your outcomes, take a customer-centric approach to make sure you're focused on what matters most, which is the customer, and that will help drive real business value to your organization and to your business, your customer's business. So I hope these lessons learned and this transformation story can assist you in your journey. Thanks for your attention. If you have any questions, I'll be side of the stage for the next 30 minutes or so, so stop by and say hello. Thank you very much.